What's going on, everybody? Just a quick question. If y'all can see my screen and if you can hear my voice, do me a favor, type the number one in the chat. If you can see my screen, if you can hear my voice, type the number one in the chat. Hello, good evening, Holly. Good evening. Good evening, Clarence. What's up, man? What's going on, Holly? All right, one in the chat, one in the chat, one in the chat. Let me know if you can see my screen and hear my voice. Venetia. Shout out to Venetia. Let me know where you guys are opting in from around the world, whether you are coming in through, somewhere in the States or out of the country. Let me know where y'all opting in from. All right, this is just kind of a pop-up session that I'm doing right now, but man, we got something amazing that's about to enter the fold. I haven't promoted this or nothing, so I just quickly share the link. But for those that want the value over here, cool. We're about to get that. So I hope you're ready. I do hope you're ready. Let me turn on my camera. I was trying to put on the OBS camera, but we'll be all right. All right, here we go. Let me fix my mic real quick. All right. All right, all right, all right. So, as you already know, we jump on these charts, we see what opportunities is being presented to us, and then we take advantage, of the situation. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at some news first, all right, which is a good starting point where I always like to start off at. I like to take a look at the news, see what's going on, see if there is an update, all right, that we have to pay attention to. Looks like there's an update at 10:35. That's not going to hit till an hour from now. China One had an update. Actually had two updates. One, it didn't do anything to the market. The other one, it was bad for the China One. British Pound update right before it at 7:01 p.m. This was good for the British Pound. All right. So what you want to look at, you want to look at what's forecasted, and if the actual data comes out different, all right. If it's not much of a difference, okay, then you'll just see it black regularly, in this black font. But if it's bad for the currency, you'll see it red. If it's good for the currency, you'll see it green. So that is a determiner. So if you understand how currency pairs work, right, you have your base currency and then you have your quote currency. If you understand how currencies work, then you get an idea of how the market may move, even though it isn't really guaranteed. So looks like we're in the clear, at least for the next hour. All right, we're clear for the next hour. So what I want to do is I do want to take a look at some, just take a look at the market, see what we can find over here. So I think I removed everything from this weekly chart, but you can see the last time the market reached where it's at right now. The last time it reached it, it was in October of 2022. So it's been a year, all right? So if you look, all right, it's been a year since the market's been this high on USD JPY, right? And then if we go and look in the past, all right, it touched these levels in August 1990, July 1990, before that, 1989. So this is a very, very, very strong level right now where USD JPY is at, and this is where crazy opportunities can be made. I remember I was talking to somebody. I was talking to one of my partners, and I was explaining to him that this is one trader that I like to consider. Just this guy is just, he's been in the game for so long. He literally holds positions for months at a time, and when he cashes out in these positions, I mean, he cashes out like serious numbers. Right? Like six-figure trades, basically. And he just carried trades. He carried trades for a while. This right here, right? If anybody would have sold right over here and carried that trade, right? If they were to carry that trade, right, all the way to at least this low over here, okay, then as you can see, that would have been an astronomical amount. It would have been 2,368 pips. Now, granted, someone who trades indices could make that in no time, but there are traders that they literally hold all right, trades for a long time, and they prefer, typical currency pairs because it's not as volatile, it's not as crazy. So when we take a look at this, we can look at several different key levels over here the market has hit, whether we're looking at wicks or we're looking at the bodies of the candles. If we go wick to wick, you can kind of see, all right, that the levels are pretty much, right intact. I mean, you can see it as clear as day. It's pretty strong. And so one or two things could happen. One or two things could happen. Number one, it's going to respect the crap out of this level and it's going to drop down and probably carry on over for a while, because from this point, this was October 2022, over to this point, this was January 2023. So we're talking, that was a 3 month hold right there, right? That's a quarter of a year, right? That's a quarter of a year. And so if we look here, by the time it came back to retest this high, all right, from this point to this point, January 2023 to October 2023. So this is 10 months, all right, right here. This is 10 months. Okay, the last time I actually touched this level, it's been about 10 months from that point. So 3 months here, 10 months before it got back up to retest this level. So we don't know when the next time the market is going to touch that level, because again, last time that it did, it was in 1990, and before that, it was in the late 80s, right? The first time it touched this level as kind of a support was in 1987. Crazy. So right now we're at a critical time right now, especially when it comes to USD/JPY. And so if we're trading binary options, we have to understand where the market is doing long term before we start hyper scalping, because essentially that's what we're doing in binary options. For my carry traders, this could be a position that you could probably hold for a while. So one of two things is going to happen: is either going to respect this level or it's going to do a break and retest. I think the chances are, it could, in fact, if you really pay attention to it, it could very well be, respecting that level. All right. So when we take a look at this, swing low to the swing high. All right. We pay attention to this stuff right here. All right. Take a look at this. So we saw that it hit this level before, it dropped back down, right to this level, and now it was starting to trend up again. And so if you notice, there's certain levels that it hits, and it reacts based on that level, and it won't be exactly. These lines aren't going to touch the levels exactly, where they need to be at. But let me put a rectangle in place over here. So right over here, we look in between the 50, right, the 50% mark and the 618 mark. All right, if we take a look at this over here, you can tell this is a pretty important level. All right, this is a pretty important level right over here. All right, look how many times it worked over here. So on the way down, right, it came back, retested this level. What was that? Retested this level, right, and then it just started dropping from there. All right, so pull back, it retraced here, continuation, bam. Finally, it crossed down this level over here, retest the support, started to work its way up, started to come up. Boom. What happens? It wicks around the 618 level again. All right. Then it drops. Continuation. All right. Guess what? It pulls back, hits the 618 level again before it continues up. So when you use the Fibonacci retracement tool, it's a great tool to use when the markets are trending, right? So that way you can have an idea as to where the market may pull back to. Because we already know that when it comes to trending markets, we know this already, okay? We know this already. We know that when it comes to trending markets, when the market goes up, it's going to zigzag its way up, right? So those are the best points to get back in, even though the best point to get in the trend is before the trend even begins. So we use the web slinger strategy for that, or other momentum based strategies for that. So that's the ideal point to get in. But if you miss that point, then you want to get in right at the peak of the pullbacks. But what the Fib retracement tool does, it gives us a better idea as to where the market may retrace to before the continuation of a trend. So when it's trending up, that's what it does. When it's trending down, this is what it do. It'll zigzag on the way down, right? It'll zigzag on the way down. But of course, the best opportunity is going to be before the trend even begins. All right. So the Fibonacci retracement tool works best, okay, when the markets are trending, and if you're paying attention to these levels, especially in the higher time frames, you're gonna notice just a couple of things, right? So let's go and let's use the Fib retracement tool again, just so you kind of have an idea as to how powerful this thing could be, right? So we're gonna use right here. This is more of a sharper trend, and look, peep this. All right, so look, sharp drop starts coming down over here, right? It's going down. All right, it starts to test this level a little bit, wicked a little bit, went past the 786. Then it comes down, and guess what? It comes up as a pullback to retest the 618 level. So when it comes to the Fib retracement tool, you want to use it for wick to wick. The candle bodies is cool and all that, but you want to use it for wick to wick. So right over here, you can see right in this zone, okay? So the lines are going to show you the exact point, but it's going to pinpoint the area, all right, as to when the market may do some more retracements, right? And if we look at this, it's pretty sync. Look at this. So when we use the Fibonacci tool all the way down, and we see where the markets are basically retesting certain levels, right? When we use it going the opposite way, it's like it's synced together. It's almost synced together. It's incredible, right? So, all right, understand this. We use these different tools. We use these different systems because it gives us an idea of what may happen. Trading definitely does involve risk, including some or all of your initial investment. We know that that's standard compliance all across the board, right? And so I don't know if some of you are in my Instagram channel as well. I have different trading communities and whatnot, but I've been covering a lot of this stuff, especially we just, went over candle patterns and we went over copy and paste and things like that. But listen, I'm telling you, there's some powerful stuff going on over here. And if you really pay attention, all right, the market is giving us a story, okay? So always remember this. When you look to the left, the market is giving us a story. 100%, it is giving us a story. Let's just experiment. Let's see from wick to wick, right? This is on a way higher level, but we're about to see something. We might just see something interesting, right? Okay, from wick to wick, from this point to this point, right? And what could we find? What levels can we find? So definitely hits the 50% mark. Definitely hits the 50 cent mark right over here, right before it starts retracing up. I mean, look, we go back to the 80s. You're gonna see a bunch. You're actually gonna see levels that are being tested and retested and tested again, time and time again. All right, you're gonna see a lot of this stuff. Okay. Now, let me erase this right here. All right. Okay. And so right over here, all right, what I can see is this. I believe that the market will most likely respect this level. The market will most likely respect this level. If it starts to go past the 0, which is that resistance point, okay, when it starts to go past the 0, then it's going to be going the other way. Most likely it's going to be a break to the upside, but I don't think it's ready yet. It may, again in the future, but I think it's actually going to respect this. So this would be a really good setup for a sell that you can hold on to for a while. Now, based on if I was a financial institution, trying to do some stop hunts in the market, I would definitely take the market up and take a bunch of people out. But we are retail traders, right? So I think what the best thing to do is to kind of wait to see if this will retest again, and if it does, we want to catch it while it's on the way down. So if you remember how the orders are when it comes to pending orders on MT4, if you remember how that is, okay, then you will know what type of order that is. Let's give you a refresher. Let me go into my Canva real quick. This is where I do all my slideshows now, because PowerPoint is kind of old school now. I used to depend on PowerPoint for a lot of stuff, but now I do Canva everything. So let's see if this will pull up. It's a little slow right now. What's up? Is my internet gone? What's going on? I don't know. It's loading slow. I don't know. It could be because I'm streaming, right? But basically, what we want to do is we want to catch the sell on the way down. All right. So then, what I'll do is I'll put in a trade. I'll put in a trade idea for that, so everyone can see it. So I'll just put it out to all the different trading communities. I'll just put it out there, so you can actually take a look at it. Now, from a binary option perspective, we know what's going to be happening long term. We already know, we already see that. So let's go into the 1 hour. Let's go into the 15 minute. Let's see if we can take a look at really what's good. All right, and I'll do a couple of quick markups. All right, yeah, let's do it like this. All right, and literally all we're using is just tools and SRTs. We could use indicators, of course we can. I love to use indicators. I love to use it, working alongside my SRT markups. It's always great when that happens, right? So I like to take a look at the wicks. I like to take a look at the bodies. I like to see what's going on over here in the charts. All right. Now let's throw something on here. Let's use one of my special indicators. So I already have my Doji scan, which scans for candle patterns for me. Let me use one of my other indicators. Since we're on the topic, Fibonacci bands. All right, and let me just adjust this. Damn, I did this indicator back in 2018. I have so many indicators, like it's ridiculous. High border. Let me just keep it true to the theme. And this current theme right now. There we go. And here we go. Yeah, I don't need all that. All right, so these are Fibonacci level bands. Calculate for last. Let's do. Yeah, this is actually okay, but let's do for the last 15 bars. Let's adjust that a little bit. Okay, that seems a little better to me. Let me take this out my way just so it's not in my way. All right, here we go. So, just using different types of indicators that some which I created throughout the world. What should I use here? All right, no. My heads up display. I gotta work on that one. I don't like the way it displays. But okay, I think we're good over here. And what I'm gonna do, you see how this arrow just appeared? All right, I might just take a sell right over here on binary options. All right. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me make sure I log in. Let's use one of the teacher stuff. All right. All right, here we go. Okay. We were looking at USD JPY. USD JPY. And it is not available on this one. That's crazy. All right, let's go into something else then. I'm gonna have to use one of my OG ones, which I don't like to use because I don't want no one on this broker. I've had it for a long time, so I'm just kind of stuck with it. But for everyone else, I don't want anyone on this one. Let me deal with these folks. There's actually another broker that I am actually going to be back testing. I'm gonna fund it. I'm gonna test it. I'm hearing some good things about it. It's another international broker, but it's better than this one. All right, cool. So let's do something simple. USD JPY. USD JPY. All right, boom. 78% payout. That's much better. All right, cool. So based on what I'm seeing over here on my chart, okay, what I am determining is right around here, which is 159.20, something like that. All right, it seems to be a lot of wicks in that area. I'll be interested in placing the sell. The more ideal point would be right over here in my red zone on my Fibonacci bands. Oh man, you know what's crazy? I didn't even expect to show the Fibonacci bands today. I was only going to show just a little bit of the retracement tool. But while I'm here, I might as well just give this as a free gift. How many of you like that? For those of you, as a free gift, for those of you that are on the session right now, type 777 if you want access to the Fib bands for free. 777 in the chat if you want access to my Fib bands indicator. I mean, this is exclusive, so so I'm gonna have to. What I'll do is I'll do the I'll put it out there as an invite only script. So I'll give you the link to request it, and then I'll approve you. So I'll definitely keep the this chat open. So if you're not typing anything in the chat, I ain't gonna give it to you because I ain't gonna recognize your name. So 777 again in the chat if you're trying to get access to this. There we go. We starting to see a little more liveliness in the chat right now. Let's go. Let's go. Right? Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna download the chat transcript, and based on the usernames that I see here, I'm gonna go with that. All right. So okay. I think this is good for potential sell. We might just see the red arrow pop up once again. Yo, Brody, I'm on my session right now. What do you think? All right. That was Mike Polanco. Yeah, he's another fib expert. All right. So I'm gonna wait for this drop because it's pretty high. Right around 920 is where I would want to. This is 917. 920 is gonna be up here. 920. 920. Yeah, right where the spike is up here. That's where I plan on taking this south. Boom, boom. All right, let me change this 3 minutes. Oh, this one shoot up. Hold on, guys. Hold on. See what's going on. It looks like it's gonna try to touch the other zone. It's gonna touch my red Fibonacci band. That's actually gonna be a better place. So I'm gonna have to raise up the ante a little bit because I'm more confident in this position. So look, when you're taking some sells or buys in an area that's like so and so, make the risk low. If it's in an area where you're like, okay, well this might just work, then you could raise up the ante a little bit. But there is a push right now, and I know there's no update until like 10 something, so it might just be one of those things. Let's take a look. Let's go into my special charts over here, where everything's pretty much done for me. I don't have to do a bunch of crazy stuff. I could just okay. All right. So USD JPY is popping up over here on the 1 hour. Seems to be on the up and up in the 1 hour. 30 minutes, it has crossed over on the EMA right there. 5 minutes, yeah. 15 minutes. See how that looks like. Okay, I'm starting to see a little bit of something here. All right, let me use one of my so using the alligator indicator, this is based on momentum. So you never want to use it if the candles are caught in between the indicator over here. You want to catch it if the market is moving above it or the market is moving below it. That's really where you want to capture it, because essentially what it's doing is chasing the trend. But when it's caught in between, the trend is already broken. So when the trend is broken, we have to use a scalping strategy. Yeah, I mean, this right here, scream scalping. And on my MA cross and zigzag, here on the 1 hour. Let's bring it to 5 minutes. I think it's still going to be going up because this is what I'm getting from multiple strategies. Probably going to go up a little bit, some more before it starts to drop. And this is just from what I'm gathering. All right. Well, let's look at something else then. For that case, in that case, this is probably gonna have to go up a little bit more. Let's look at another JPY pair. Let's probably look at I don't know. Let's look at Euro yeah, let's look at Euro Yen, Euro JPY. See what's up with that. Very similar to what I see over here, which means I don't think it's done pushing up. I don't think it's done pushing up. It's going to be a while. So let me stay away from the JPY pairs. But it is the Tokyo session / Sydney session. So let's go with AUD. Let's go with AUD USD. Australian dollars also moving at this time. So let's look. Oh, you see, this is what I want to see. I want to see like positions. I want to see setups. This is what I'm looking at right over here. So we're looking at a cross down, which is strong. Okay, we're looking at a cross down, which is strong right here. 5 minutes definitely showing. Okay. AUD, USD. Yeah, this looks like it's gonna be pushing down. Looks like it's gonna be pushing down. AUD, USD look like it's gonna be pushing down. Okay. AUD, USD. All right. So I'm gonna do a 3-minute AUD, USD. So I'm gonna wait for it to come up a little bit. I'm gonna start smacking it down. Let's monitor this a little bit. Let's see what the market is trying to do over here. It's right at 640.98, 640.97. 640.96. So let's see what how this candle closes. It's 950. All right, so closed at 98. Yeah, so it's not really moving much. We want to catch this when it's really, really, really moving. AUD USD showing that it's at 11% going south. We already looked at the news. I should be jumping on earlier. I should be jumping on like around 7 p.m., which is right at the start of the Sydney/Tokyo session. So I want to actually catch some trades, but looks like I don't know. Haven't been able to spot any really. Um, let's look at the New Zealand dollar. Let's see if the New Zealand dollar got something for us. NZD USD. I know some brokers don't have NZD USD. Um, all right, showing that it's pushing up over here on the 5 minute. This looks like a really good position for a sell on the 30 minute. This would be for regular Forex. That would be a regular Forex position. So right over here, this would be a nice 15 pip risk for a 30 pip gain. Right there. That's a good setup for regular Forex. But as far as binary goes, for like a quick position, I mean, even with binary right now for a sell, that would probably be pretty cool. Let's see if if NZD USD is available here because sometimes I forget. Yeah, it is. It's at 63% though, which is trash in my opinion, but it's not the worst. Sound effects. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, so that was a quick W right there. But you see, this is how binary works. It's like it's time based, and if you're gonna do 1 minute, it's really hyper scalping. So it can definitely get you that anxiety when the clock is ticking. Yeah. So I know for some of y'all are gonna, cash out like a cash cow, and some others that aren't so lucky.
Emotional damage.
So just remember, y'all, that trading involves risk, including some of all your money. But I want you to pay attention more to how the setups are even, performing. Look at this USD JPY right on the Fib bands. Look at that. If these Fib bands ain't fire, sheesh. Hold on 1 second. Let's go back to USD JPY. Man, only 60%. That's crazy. All right, let me just go in. Let's go in for that real quick. Going for this bag. This is hyper scalping, y'all. It's extremely volatile. Here we go again. Man, just played me. It just played me. Let's go back to the charts and see what happened. All right, so it's still testing the fib bands a little bit more. It's hitting this point where it worked before. Let's see how it's reacting there. Zoom it out. Let's take a look at the 15. The higher time frame, stronger confirmations. On the 15, there's kind of a little above the midway point, but still some potential there. 150.940, maybe 150.950 will be more of a solid target. Let's see. It's not really going past above 940 like that. See, I'm looking at it right here in the side. See 150.939. I don't really see going past 940 like that. So maybe one. See 938, 939. Okay, 941. Just it's barely touching 940 though. See? There we go. All right. So just one of those things. It's one of those things where it's best to look at the higher time frames before you start working yourself to the lower time frames. That's always going to be pretty important. As you can see that we're deep in the Asian session. It runs simultaneously a good portion of the time with the Sydney session, which is what you see here Pacific. The Sydney session is based in Australia, so Tokyo session and Sydney session runs pretty simultaneously. So that's basically that. And as far as getting access to my indicators, uh, let's actually put this. Let's put this out there. Let's put this out there. Let me actually publish this. This would be pretty basic. Please select English as a language. But let me, of course, like, what do you think? All right. I'll update the description later, y'all. Or what I could do is, I mean, I'm already here on. All right, yeah. Just, my gosh. All right. Oh my god. Hold on, y'all. All right, check this out. So I have my Chat GPT like extra boosted. But anyway, let me just put something in here. Give me description. You gotta have a little fun with this. Just literally use AI. Use AI for your stuff. Like seriously, there's so many different tools out there. I use all kinds of different tools, but it'll definitely help you out. So look, I didn't even need to think hard. Look at this. I mean, how many of you think that's fire? Type 777 in the chat. I got a couple of AI lessons and digital literacy lessons for free on my website. So I don't know if you guys found that kind of valuable, but I mean, we are literally in an era now where if you choose to not learn this stuff, you're going to be 100% behind. Like I don't need an assistant. I used to pay for an assistant. You could ask everybody who was around me. I used to have assistants for different things. Obviously business is not as great as it was, in the past. Got tied down by contracts and a bunch of other stuff to kind of silence me. But I'm not as lit as I was, but we're gonna get back there. But here's the thing though, I don't need an assistant. You don't need an assistant. If you have AI working for you, game over. Game over. Like, man, a couple hours with me, forget it. Your mind will be blown. I promise you. I promise you. Even if you're a brainiac and you know a lot of this stuff, your mind is still gonna be blown. All right, but don't worry. I'm not the one that's gonna blow your mind. You're gonna blow your own mind. Just watch this stuff. So anyway, I like this diffusion effect. That's fire. Hold on. That's gonna be the name of this strategy, the fusion effect. What? Tell me that's not fire. Tell me that is not fire right there. Hold on. The fusion effect. Thank you, AI. Fib bands. And if we're gonna get detailed, it's a Doji scanner. So my candle pattern indicator, it scans for Doji patterns, which is reversal patterns. Okay. So the fusion effect, Fib bands and Doji scanner. Ooh, this is gonna be crazy. Let's do technical indicators, chart patterns, not harmonic patterns. I got something for that. Trend analysis, yes, we were covering a little bit of trend analysis. We did do some fundamental analysis. We were looking at the news for updates, but I guess this is my top 3. All right, cool. We're gonna leave it like that. This could be analysis. Let's do private. Those link. Analysis. This could be a trade setup. Okay, yeah, well, it could be. That's fine. I'll just publish it like this. And here we go. All right, so who's ready for that link? Type 777 chat. You ready for that link? Are you ready for this link? 777 chat, you ready for this link? All right, so this is going to include my Doji scan and my Fibonacci bands. All right, so I'm gonna give a little bit of instruction here. All right, and I'm actually gonna copy and paste this. Hold on, y'all. Make sure I have this right. Okay. All right. So for those of you that don't have TradingView, I don't know if you can even go into this. You go into the free chart though. Yeah, you go into the free chart. This is what you could do. This is what you could do. You go into trading, click on the basic chart, which is the free chart. All right, and right here on the free chart, click on TradingView right here. Let me just I'll just give you the instructions, y'all. Okay, so if you don't have TradingView, click on boom, and after you set up your account, click on boom. All right, so here is the instructions right there. Okay, so if someone could copy that for me and paste it to my text messages, that'll be pretty dope. So yeah, if you don't have TradingView, just just click on the TradingView link, and if you do have TradingView already, then you just click on the second link. Second link is going to give you access to the strategy, but you must have a TradingView account for that. All right, now how to add this to your chart? Very simple. Let me clear out my chart real quick, just so let me remove all indicators. All right, and I'm gonna remove all drawings. Okay, now to make it yours, very simple. All you have to do, all right, is click on share and then click on make it mine. And when you do that, it's gonna pop up on your chart, right? Just like that. You see that? It's gonna pop just like that on your chart. Of course, you can remove all the lines or whatever. And if you want to save it, just go into all you have to do is go into indicator templates. Okay, click on that and then click save indicator template, and you can save it. All right, fusion effect. All right, it's really not hard to make a strategy. So it's not hard to make a strategy. So literally, I'm teaching you how you could create a strategy using different indicators, how to save it as a template, how to share, publish your ideas, whatever. Like literally, this lesson covered a couple of things. But let me ask you a question: if you found this valuable in any way, type $signs in the chat. If you found this valuable at all in any way, type $signs in the chat. I'm gonna put this up on YouTube, and then I'm gonna share this recording with y'all as soon as this is uploaded. So oh wow, Bitcoin hits 36,000. Wow, Bitcoin is up 28% in the past 30 days. It's that time of year, huh? It did this before a couple of times where at the end of the year it just shot up. Sheesh, sheesh. Yes, we got to start a 500 to 5K challenge. Oh yeah, it's already in the works. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. It's already in the works. So fake out. Clarence thinks it's a fake out. I don't know. I don't know because all right, so when it comes to Bitcoin, right? Remember that once 21 million Bitcoins are mined, like once the 21 millionth Bitcoin is mined, there will be no more new Bitcoins. That's it. It'll be only 21 million Bitcoins in circulation, which means the price of Bitcoin will go through the roof at that time because no one is going to be able to mine for new Bitcoin, right? No, the only thing that miners is gonna get a piece of is from the Bitcoins already in circulation that is being transacted from one side to the next. That's really it. Other than that, there will be no more Bitcoin at that point. And as you guys already know, what happens to a rare item, whether it's in fashion, whether it's anything of value, where it's where they're not making anymore. The value of it goes what? It goes up. It goes all the way up. So I firmly believe that Bitcoin will be at 100,000. Not this year, probably not even next year, but within the next 3 years, I think we're going to see something crazy. I think we're going to see Bitcoin hit 100K a coin. I do believe that 100%. I do believe that. I remember when Bitcoin hit 20K and then it just did a crazy crash, right? And no one ever thought that Bitcoin was going to go back up to 20K. It went to 20K, it went to 30K, it went to 40K, 50K, 60K, and it almost touched 70K, right? And then at that high, at 70K, it dropped. So 20K the first time it hit it, dropped all the way. Came back, blew past 20K, then it was almost 70K, dropped all the way. This is gonna keep going up. 100K is probably going to be like the big cash out point. I think everyone is going to cash in once Bitcoin hits 100K. But yeah, Bitcoin has a future, and it's not even because of the coin; it's because of the blockchain technology behind it. Blockchain technology is changing everything. So it's not even about crypto anymore. It's about what backs. It's about the technology that backs crypto, which is blockchain. So um, we're going to see some incredible stuff. Now, Ethereum blockchain there's a lot of promise there. A lot of the NFTs crashed, 90% of the NFTs crashed, but it was necessary. It was necessary that it did because there was a bunch of useless stuff that was being sold or that was completely overpriced. Like a lot of these NFT paintings and stuff, but the technology behind NFT is what's shaping the future. So now, like let's say if I bought your house, right? You could give me the deed in the form of an NFT, and I'm the only one in the world that has that, and it's verified in the blockchain. And if I decided to sell, that piece of real estate over to someone else and give them the deed via NFT, it's a one of one. No one could copy it, and it's verified in the Ethereum blockchain network. So it's the technologies behind cryptos that's really the it thing. But anyway, that's a whole other topic. We'll dive into a bunch of that real soon. I know I got my boy Eddie here. Yeah, this is actually being recorded. Yeah, so I'll definitely put it up on the site. I know I got to put up a couple of videos on the site, but they're on my YouTube channel. So if you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, you'll be able to see it. I'm gonna put the link out there for this one. But yeah, what I'm gonna do with my boy Eddie is I'm gonna go into the metaverse space that we got. So we have a full Mind on Billions virtual world or virtual space. And it's pretty dope. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be in my avatar form, and I'm gonna do a whole lesson on Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, the power of blockchain, the power of Web 3.0. I'm gonna go into all of it. I want to do it in a very unique way where you can see me live in person with the headset, but at the same time you're watching my avatar doing the whole, presentation and whatnot. So, Eddie, if you could set the stage for that pretty soon, that'd be great, man. But yeah, I hope everyone found value in today's lesson. I hope this exceeded, what you thought you was gonna learn. And it's always love you too. It's always gonna be my pleasure and honor to be here. And I'm preparing y'all because I signed a contract, so I'm gonna be in a corporate position for a pretty dope company, a pretty dope trading company, and they only charge $100 a month, as opposed to a lot of these programs out there that they're charging $300 a month, 200 something dollars a month. It gets ridiculous. I came across people. I live in Orlando. I live close to Universal, right? And I literally came across people that goes, "Oh, Ness, cool. I used to watch you in IM, and I used to pay $500 a month for my subscription." I couldn't believe it. I was in the educated side, so I wasn't really paying attention. But man, I didn't know that. I was like, "How the hell did you end up paying?" I'm like, "What the hell?
What the hell? Oh my God, no way, yeah.
I'm like, what the hell is going on? How are you paying $500 a month?" They said they got every add-on imaginable. They got every add-on that they could get imaginable. And I love IM. I love the people in IM. I love the people who run IM. I love them. I love them, bro. Like I do. I don't got no smoke. I don't got no beef with nobody in IM. But when I come across people that say that they took on every subscription imaginable, that's unfair, man. $500 a month. Some people, especially starting off in the beginning, they're not even making $50 a month as a trader. So what's more doable, really? So I look into a lot of that, and then in a previous company I was in just recently, every advice that I gave the CEO, he just did not listen at all. He was so hard headed, so greedy, so nasty, so disgusting, so dishonorable with his agreements, not only with me, but countless others that ended up leaving his program or dropping off the program. Look, bro, pigs get fat, but hogs get slaughtered. And there's some people behind the scenes that are just like insane with greed. So, long story short, some of these people, man, all they want is just more money out of your pocket. They don't really care if you're learning to trade. I care if you're learning to trade. So with me being director of education in this company that I'm about to reveal to y'all, let me tell you something, man. It is insane. It is crazy. $99 a month, you get so much value in it. And so we're gonna run this up completely. I believe I'm gonna be making the announcement next week. I'm just waiting for a couple of things to line up. And I plan on putting this out there. I plan on blasting it. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the value. There's a lot of stuff coming into the fold, coming to the mix. And with that said, stay blessed, take care. Let's get it. Peace.